Okay, that should be better. I forgot Dustin took and I forgot Dustin had taken and shut it down for another thing that we were done for a video that we got done. Let's see here. Okay, does that sound better, guys? Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you for the heads up. I forgot all about it. Hello, Adam Bodier. Welcome aboard. Glad to see you. Okay, okay. Good. Glad I got straight. But no, I didn't want to interrupt Ken. I don't know if anybody's going on after him. I just decided to take and come on for a little bit and uh, just grab somebody's ear. Long show, and I'll be honest, I'm tired. Took and sort of put my back out a wrench a little bit at the last day of the show. Is okay. What did we do? Change names, SJ? Or are we gonna have a new channel? Hello, Mary Love. Good to see ya. Hey, I haven't, guys, for 3 days, I really haven't been online. When the show comes up, I'm busy from start to finish. Um, Anybody hear how how Cindy's doing? Is she gotten better, or is she back to the doctors? I mean, what's up? Oh, okay, cool, SJ. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad you said something. I'll have to subscribe to your channel. I'm gonna go and subscribe to your channel right now, Cindy. Or I'm sorry, CJ. SJ. Damn it. I'll get there in a minute, SJ. Let's see here. I want to make certain. Subscribe. There, I'm your 120th subscriber, SJ. There we go. Let's see, Mark O'Connor, Mark Wolf. Howdy, 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 everybody. Oh, that's not a problem, SJ. I enjoy it. So, you're going to do something different on that, SJ? You want to just do strictly coins, I think? Or I guess. I'm assuming that since you got that name. I don't think I'm not going to worry about it. Coin off's enough for me. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. What day? Give me a date. Hold on a second, SJ. Well, shoot, if I can get this done. Tweet. There. Now you can take, and if you'd like, you can take and add a link to your site. Everybody go join Coin Off. That's SJ's new channel. She's gonna need some support. Give her the support and love. Okay, Lincoln. Yeah, I know you're still dealing with Ken. That's cool. I understand. Let's see here. Okay, around Wednesday. That'd be great. Well, best of luck, SJ. I'm certain you'll be good. Hell, even the people who follow you, you should be fine. And wait, I'm hoping. I don't know when. Dustin said he had to take a nap. He left this morning. He should. Well, he said he had gotten home. He was going to take a nap. He said he's going to upload some more content. I don't know who he's going to upload next. Sandra, I have not done nothing online yet. I will do. I never got nothing in the mail yet, but I'll have to check on to see if there's anything else. You're absolutely welcome, SJ. I'm glad you let me know. Let's see here. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Lincoln. Did you ever get my mail? Mary, yes, I did. I got that at the beginning of the show. In fact, I know I got yours because I got that in the mail. I just, like I say, when the show comes up, guys, from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, from the time I wake up till the time I go to bed, I'm busy, and I do mean busy. God, we took him. I think Dustin's got enough content for probably 2 weeks if he wants to. But yeah, Mary, I'll get those out. I've already got them set off to the side. Thanks for the payment. I thought that was pretty cool. I just went to the bank and got a whole bunch of $2 bills to pass around. Hey, Rob Stewart, how are you doing? Let's see here. Sandra, did you send a PayPal or by a, because you told me you sent in a money order, so I'm not certain what I'm looking for. Let's see here. Hey, Heather, how you doing? Good seeing you at the show down there. Oh, yeah, he does. We got Larry Briggs, Larry's a personal friend of mine. He does a lot with the Cherry Pickers Guide. He's a very big authoritative reference, trust me. He's one of my best friends in the coin hobby. So that had to be a fun one. Let's see here. Hey, Rob Stewart, how you doing this evening? How you doing? How you doing? Let's see here. Let me see. Yeah, Heather stopped by the table at the Cincinnati Coin Show. Stopped by me and my wife's table. So let's see here. We're still working on the package, but I'm almost finished. Okay. Well, but your payment, Sandra. What I'm wondering, am I supposed to be checking a PayPal or am I supposed to? Oh, okay, PayPal. I got it. I see it. I see it. I see it. Okay. I'll take it. I haven't even done any checking on that, to be honest with you. So, but I have to do everything tomorrow on my PayPal. I take and I pay out. There's a company I work with, and I send them their consignment money for each month at the first of the month. And being the first came on Monday, they get to wait till it's the second. But they're good about that. They know I'm good to get it sent to them. Let's see here, but not. Oh, Rob, I'll tell you what, it's real sticky around here. Hey, man, my Mantic, I think I'm gonna stick with Maniac coins. I like that better, Mantic. In fact, I think I said it over there at Ken Peavy's. So, I don't think you'll mind, because I'll tell you what, you guys are maniacs when it comes to searching. I think it's awesome. Okay, that's fine. Charles H, how you doing? I'm a little bit little bit tired, but I'm okay. Let's see here. Well, Heather, you took and I hope you threw that stupid loop away. Sorry, I'm not trying to bash or anything. It's just I'm trying to help. And the one thing, and you had, Brian Rains sitting right there. Me and him never scripted that because we had no idea what you was going to ask, what you was going to show or anything. But you heard him. He said almost word for word he told you, gave you the same suggestions I did. So, and we're both just trying to help. So, Beth Cottingham's in the house. Hey, Beth, how you doing, hon? I got, if you look at yesterday's live feed that me and Dustin did, we had a young man named Brad here, and he had brought me over this album. He called me at the show, and he took and he bought a whole album full of foreign coins. And going through it, I found one of oh heck, Floor, you want to help me a minute? By any chance, or are you busy? Let's see here. We found one of the 1954 Canadian, the Devil's Hair or whatever they call them. But we got one of those, and actually there's a couple of 54s that are nice, brand new, that are the normal hair. Not a problem, Heather. I'm happy I could help. I really, really am. So, that's what I enjoy doing. We took, and before you got there, Heather, there was a young girl, 11 years old, and she's picking out some good coins. Her daddy's helping her, got her started at, I think, 10, maybe 11, but I think it was 10. And, yeah, anybody, I may start getting loops and selling them. Now, I'm not going to be selling none of the, there's some that are inexpensive. But I don't know, Heather, I told you to go down to Jim's and buy one. What did that cost you? Because I think I told you it'd be between $15 and $20. Can I ask you what it cost you for that loop? Because I'm thinking about getting some loops like I use myself. And I haven't thought about doing it really until just now. But I know that's a very, very important part of the hobby is you got to get a good loop. And I had a discussion one time with somebody on here. They said, what, you don't cherry pick through the using my scope? I don't. I take and yeah, I've never seen Ken Peavy's. I ought to make him send me one so I can check it out and see what it is. Okay. Yeah, now Heather, even though the lighted ones, I know they're good. People get used to them. I've never used the lighted one. I like to use natural lighting. 100 watt halogen is the one to take, and that's the lighting you should be using. I'm sorry, I said incandescent. 100 watt incandescent is what I believe that's what the graders use when they're grading your coins. So if they're using that, if it's good enough for a grader, it's good enough for me. I should throw this one person under the bus, but I'm not going to, because I'm just not that way. Hey Mari, how you doing this evening? The show went awesome. Oh, by the way, guys, yeah, I was wanting to show. Here's a bag I got. Whoops, let me get it right over here. Here's a bag of stuff. This is one bag I bought. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Here's some more. These are purchases that I got, guys. These are just purchases that I've picked up at the show. This here. Let's see here. I got oh, okay. Now I have not repopulated these or put them in the new holders, but these are just some of the things that I've gotten that I'm going to take, and I'm going to refix them, and then I'll take them. Most likely what I'll do is I'll be selling these down the road sometime. I don't know when, but let's see here. Oh, SJ, by the way, I got my bill from Harold. I'm real happy with it. I took and I picked up this bill as well. Similar, it's a block repeater. And I also, let me take this off. I don't want anybody to think that I'm, let's see here. I want to get this price sticker off. Now, guys, this one isn't. Well, I got to take this out because this stupid. I can't believe it. In fact, I had to take it out the first time because I thought there was writing on the bill, and it's not. It's a nice crisp. Look at that there. I don't know if you guys can. Beth, that looks like you almost. You, I don't know. It might be SJ too. One of you two. Yeah, when I first got it, I'll show you what I mean. I took it when I was first looking at it. Let's see. I'm trying to see where I see it right here. Looks like there was writing right through here. But here's what it is it's on the plastic. It's not on the bill. So, let's see here. Let's see. Is this what you bought at the show? Yes, I did. One, I took in all this stuff I bought. Yeah, it's a nice error print. I don't, SJ, I don't think. See, I'm not certain the proper terminology of that because it's not folded. And usually those fold prints that you're talking about, the fold errors, I thought you always had a crease in here where the fold was. But this one here, this is just as slick, as crisp as you can get. So I think, I'm not a specialist on those, but look here. I mean, I can hold this up and there's no crease whatsoever anywhere. I mean, it holds its ground everywhere. And I mean, looking at it, if there was a fold in it, I'd mention it to anybody because, I mean, I don't mind describing them exactly as I see them. I took and bought it at a good enough price to where I can sell it. Truth is, I could wholesale it if I wanted to. I mean, I made such a good price, so it is an interesting one. That's the reason. That's about, if I find something that is interesting, I'll pick those up just like I would a variety. I mean, variety is my forte. But getting back, I wanted to take in Heather. She was there at the table, and Brian Rain stopped by, and he started talking with her, giving her a little bit of few hints, things like that, or suggestions, I should say, on how to do some collecting. And so, I mean, we had a lot of people from the time the truth is, I was probably the busiest table at the show. I mean, a lot of people here that are, that know me from CoinOp, from here, they took and they showed up, and wow, did we take and did we have a blast. Let's see, did you find anything interesting silver? Sandra, what kind of silver you want? I got silver that I was at Larry Briggs' table. I seen interesting stuff that, unless you get to Larry Briggs' table, you'll never see it. And I know a lot of people think I'm exaggerating when I say that. Ask Dustin Morgan. Ask Jay Painter. You can ask anybody who's ever been to Larry Briggs' table, and I promise you, they'll say, yeah. Hey, Ken Peavy. How you doing, buddy? I hope you had a good show. Looks like you guys were having a lot of fun. I just wanted to get off of there and sit back. JC Wills, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Praise Treasures, hello. Wow, we got a lot of new people coming in. I was just sitting here doing a little bit of chatting about the show, just like just casual conversation, folks. Nothing. If you got any questions, I'll try and answer. But let's see. Oh, you like that, SJ? That was pretty good. I'll tell you what, Jay is really. I was very impressed by him. Okay, Ken. You know, if you got to get out of there, I figure you're probably just listening in, if nothing else. But getting back to Jay, Jay Painter is really pleasant to be around. His son truly, truly impressed me. Very, I mean, just a young gentleman that you wouldn't mind being around and talking coins and stuff like that. Well mannered, and I know that sounds a little but it was really a good time. Let's see here. Steve, do you really? I mean, seriously, and I'm serious about this question. But do you really think amazing would really capture what Larry Briggs's table was like? I mean, I'm trying to think of a word that would encompass it properly. Which, by the way, I may be working very close with Larry Briggs. We had a little bit of talk off the channel, and I've already got his cell phone number, but he told me he wanted me to get a hold of him, and I might be doing some traveling for a little bit. So, and I can have fun doing what I'm about to do. Yes, you're right, and I tell you what, I mean, he's a little quiet, a little reserved, but I think at his age that's normal. It seems to me I was that way. So, man, we got a lot of good people. Beth, you gotten a chance to look at any of our bills that I put that one special video up for you? Did you get a chance to look at that? By any chance? I mean, if you didn't, that's okay. There's no hurry. I'm not worried about it. Blues Coins, how you doing? I think I said hi to you, but I'm not certain. I'm a little tired, guys, and I'll be honest, I still need to catch up on my sleep. I took in Dustin was here, and we hadn't seen each other in a while, and I'll tell you what, we stayed up one night till 3 o'clock in the morning, got up at 7, I think. The next night we got to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning, or maybe 5, and then we got up at, again, 6 or 7. Okay, that's fine, Beth. Like I said, no problem. I'll be honest, I probably will not get to give you any time until Wednesday or Thursday. I'm thinking about going to a chiropractor. I took my back a little wrenched, so it's an ongoing thing. I've had it for many, many years, but it just went back. I took it. I was helping a lot of people load and unload from the docks because I helped them out at the show, and everything was going fine. My back was holding up great. I'm usually pretty good at it. I mean, I did construction all my life. It's just one of those things that I've heard people call it a sciatic nerve. I've heard them call it all kinds of stuff, but it's just if I move wrong, it'll just give me a problem. And today I've been really babying my back. But I took it and actually no problems lifting all these heavy boxes and stuff for the dealers. Clean up time, I go and I put a extension cord down with some tape for a dealer, and I reached down and I picked the stupid tape up, or the extension cord off of the tape, and I felt it start to go bad, and it's been very tender since, so I've got to be real cautious for the next couple of days. The show Blues was absolutely fabulous. I sold, people said, well, what was hot? This market, everything was hot. I mean, if you had bills, you sold bills. If you had tokens, you sold tokens. You had metals, you sold metals. You had varieties, you sold varieties. You had common coins, you sold them. And then pick every series out of that common and you sold them. If you had silver bullion, you sold it. You had gold bullion, you sold it. Everything was selling. They said there wasn't a lot of people. I mean, I had now in this, I debated as far as it might be the dealer. Some dealers said they had they sold a lot. Others said they never sold much, but they did sell. I have a feeling it might be a pricing structure. Let's see here. I wish Mary would pay me or something. I'm not certain what that's all about. SJ. Not certain about that. Let's see. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's another. I forgot all about that. My wife, yeah, she found a 1872 Indian head penny. There was several of them around there. I don't know if somebody dropped something or what, but she took and she found a 1872 penny, Indian head penny, and it's probably in very good condition. In fact, you know what? Well, I don't know if I should do that. If I should go get that and try. I don't know. Would you guys like to see that? Let's see, I'm sending a $50 coin. It's a bicentennial that looks old. Probably just circulation. Sandra probably is. Let's see here. Let me get that coin and I'll see if I can't. That penny, if you would. The one that you found, everyone's asking about it. Let's see here. I'll show you guys. In fact, Dustin took and looked it up online, and we'll find out together. He said, and I think I looked at it and seen it too, but he said that it is the overdate variety. So you guys get to look at it with me. Just one moment here. This is the penny she found. Okay, it's a lower grade. I'm not gonna lie, I'm okay with that, but I would call it a solid. Probably a good. In fact, I'm not the best at grading. I'd say it's a good, very good. But here is the date, and they say that there's a recut in the overdate. And I'll be honest, right here tells me this is a 2/2, and that's what it's supposed to be. So that's definitely it. But like I say, it's a nice all around coin. That's just the long acre doubling. There ain't nothing there. Let's see, turn it over. Here's the reverse. So again, it's a worn coin, so I'm not worried much about it. Little dirt there. But for something that she found on the floor, it's worth at least $100 or better. Rob Stewart, yes you can. Anybody can. What's this for? Let's see here. Be careful. Hold on, I missed something here. Let me catch up on the chat, guys. Let's see here. Okay, JC, you just got this through seeing that. Let's see. I don't want to. I showed you Dustin to. I see what you said there, Heather. That's interesting. Did who did you talk to, Heather? I'd be interested on that. Okay, Sandra, I'll talk to you later. Let's see here. SJ Harold is selling. I just did. It's selling $18.73. That's interesting. Let's see here. Robert Leslie. Yeah, I got that. Trey's Treasure. What's for $60? I'm not certain. Also, yeah, Sandra, it is. Okay. Okay, Sandra. I'll see you later. Let's see here. Wasn't he supposed to be selling that? Okay, I'm not certain about that. It got lost. the younger guy. Okay, Heather, if it was you say the younger guy, let's see here. Juan, let's see, if I send you pictures of some coins, can you appraise them? I can send them right now. You can send them, but I don't go into email them live online, okay? Yeah, I would appreciate that. Should possibly be offline. I'm seeing some stuff I don't really want to see. Let's see here. Okay, I would appreciate it, guys, if we could stop that. I'm not much on that. I mean, I know you guys should be able to work that out. I'd appreciate that very much. Thank you. Let's see, not the gray curly haired guy. I have Michael White, but I don't know what his name. That was John. The other one was John. Okay, John is the variety specialist. Now that'd be interesting. Yes. Thank you. Okay, I took in, that's John. Looking at it, that's what I have to say. So, yeah, John is the variety guy, but man, I'm shocked that I don't remember him having a scale or anything there. I'm shocked that he would have said that, but that's cool. If it is, I'm glad to hear it. I really am glad to hear it. I mean, heck, if that thing is, that's great. The striations I seen, I would debate it with him. I would have been happy to debate it with him, but that's just it. I'm not going to argue with him. John's a good guy. He usually knows what he's talking about. Maybe he's seen something I didn't see. And that's why whenever you take and get a coin graded and or attributed, you take and you will get 3 people to look at it all at the same time, okay? And that's just the face of it. So let's see here. There we go. Let's see here. And I think, thank you, Lincoln. Let's see here. Let's see, I had mine reused. I have 4 different skincare. Only one was valid. Oh, okay. Well, see, I think I only seen one, Heather. Or at least I only remember seeing one. Maybe you showed me all of them. Don't get me wrong. If you only knew how busy I was. I took and I cannot remember what every coin everyone brought me. Plus, like I say, I took it. I mean, I bought this whole package of coins here, and I got 27 coins in here that I picked up as well. So, I mean, it's just, I was extremely busy at that show. Like I said, I never stopped being busy from the time we started that show till the time we ended. I was absolutely going. So, let's see here. Yeah, you had quite a few of them we went through, so that's cool. I mean, I'm glad you're looking. Hopefully now with a proper loop, you will take and you'll be able to you'll be able to go through and see more of what I think you might be missing or potentially are missing. And I don't understand how that works, but you know what? You're at least looking. That's the important part, is you're looking. And listening to you talk, you is having fun. So that's really the important part, and I think I mentioned that when we were talking. So, oh, let's see here. I'm trying to think what interesting stuff, because we got a few in it. Like I say, oh, Ken Peavy, you still here? I wanted you to look at that. And now, this is on the plastic. Don't take and don't, yeah, just don't, heck, you can't see it that well really in the plastic, so. Ken, Lincoln, either one. I don't know. One of you guys. I know Ken might be here. Yeah, check out that bill. Whoops, wrong way. Pick that up at the show. And no, it's not a fold error, I don't think, because like I said, it don't have the crease. Whoops, over here. There's no crease. That thing has never been creased, I can tell you right now. Anybody know what that's called? Because like I say, I don't think it is a fold over error, because I thought they always had a crease in them. This has no crease. And yeah, it is nice. I'm not super strong. I mean, I have some error bills. I got a Butterfly 20. So, you know, and the Butterfly, now the Butterfly 20 has got folds in it. So that's why I say this one don't have a fold, so I'm not certain what to call it. Ken's always got a lot of good stuff. Yeah, Ken, I know exactly what you're saying. In fact, I took it and I went to the bank and got $100 worth of $2, and I've been giving them as tips and paying bills, and people are. I just love some of the questions I get asked whenever I hand them a $20 or a $2 bill. The last guy that came to my the last thing that was brought to my table, I was asked to give an appraisal. The guy had a few ones, a couple twos. And he had a 5, a 10, a 20, 50, 100, 500, and $1,000 bill he asked me to appraise for him. Juan, I will. It may not be till tomorrow, Juan, because to be honest, tonight it's a little. Is it real? Is what real, Ken? Are you not talking to me? Because I'm not certain to see. Is what real, Ken? The dollar? Yes. I can tell by looking at the dollar, and I showed it to a specialist. And the sad part is, he just told me it was real. I never asked him what type of error it's called. If you're talking about that $1. Yeah, the back and the front are perfect. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm gonna do like a friend of mine did. He took in I don't have it here. I'll show it to you. I've got a whole sheet. It's a half sheet of $2 bills, and I'm gonna take in some of these people. I'm gonna find some people that are friends that I take in, like if I go to a restaurant and give them a $2 tip and they ask that question, it's like, yeah, wait till the next time. I'll show you. I'm gonna start this story that I'm counterfeiting them. See if I get in trouble. Hey, JC. Yeah, I seen that, JC. Is that the one that you sent me the photographs of? Nice. And we did now, JC. I don't know if you know it, but Larry Briggs owns Segs, and I just had a long discussion, and an interview, and I may be doing some work with Segs here. Just it'll be behind the scene things you'll never see me, that's for sure. But I'm sort of like Larry. Me and Larry oh, thanks, Beth. I am sort of a rebel, to be honest with you. And if you knew my son-in-law, you'd know for a fact he is a rebel now. But yeah, I might be doing some behind the scenes with the Segs or Larry Briggs. And Larry, in the interview that's going to be coming up, I'm not going to tell everything about it, but we had a nice conversation. And off camera, he's approached me and asked me about doing a little bit of work with him. So. And Segs told me he's working on my Ken Peavy. Listen to this up, buddy. He's talking about, first off, my quarter that I discovered, the B1 reverse, as opposed to the B reverse, which the B reverse, everybody, is the proof reverse. This is a B1 to where it's just a different animal. I think we highlighted it at CoinOp, but he's also said he's working on getting my 1966 SMS dime with the 5 on the cheek, getting it in the Cherry Picker's Guide. Yeah, JC, you did. I remember seeing it. It's a nice coin. And you got it from a good person. Like I say, you could have gotten that coin probably in half of a dozen grades from Larry. But that's a nice coin. I like the way it looks. It was a real nice coin. He won. I wouldn't mind putting in my Indian headset, but yeah, Ken, that will be nice. But I took and I've been working on that thing for 15 years. When is the next edition supposed to? Okay, well, there you go. Let me think here. Hold on before I say anything. Ken asked me that after Dustin puts up the video of the interview, and I only say that because I don't want to give you the wrong time, but I believe we discussed that with Larry Briggs because I asked him what's coming up, and I believe that it's going to be coming up sooner than everyone expected. Okay, Ken, if you got the 63 Washington with the proof reverse, you know what? I do have my scope. Hey, Floor, would you do me a favor? Floor, would you do me a favor? In the filing cabinet where I've got my Discovery coins, would you give me the whole Discovery coins? Because I think I can show this to them. I'll show you, Ken, what you want to be looking for. This is a proof reverse, and I'll go through it step by step, but just with a little bit, yeah, I hope it's in there. I hope I've got it, Ken. So I'd like to show it to you. Let's see. There it is. Yep, I got her. And it's in a SEGS holder. But note it said B1 on it, Ken. Now, I got to change cameras, guys, so you're going to miss me when I'm gone. Well, I'll be right back. Let's see here. Ta-da! Okay, here you go, Ken. Now, let me get this focused. Okay, first things first. Hey, Fire Cajun, good to see you. Now, Ken, I want you to pay attention real close. Right here, as you know, on the B reverse, these come all the way down into the leaf. And that's how you know easily that it is the proof reverse. Okay, so looking at that, you're going to say, well, that ain't no B reverse. You're just someone pulling my leg. Well, let's go down here and look at it a little bit more. The one thing that will primarily give it away is going to be right there. On the B reverse, you always have this connected, where on a business strike, you won't get it connected. Another thing, we got to go up here, and I'm showing you just the easy parts so that you can tell. On a B reverse, this here is separated. On the business strike, those are pretty much together. This here, like I say, now I don't know if this is going to be a marker or not, but this right here seems to me, and oh, I'm not, Beth, I promise you. This is the real McCoy. Let's see, I missed okay, I'm talking about a 1963. This is a B1 reverse. B being the proof reverse, the 1 being a new designation because this coin is unlike the other B reverses where the tips of the arrows don't dive down into they just don't dive down into this leaf, which normally every B reverse would do that. Now, if Ken Peavy, he's up there, he can look at his 63. Now, if you've got this one, Ken, from what Larry Briggs told me, you've got a pretty scarce find. He said that they're turning out to be a lot more scarce than people had anticipated. Okay, yeah, Beth, you got a good eye if you can see it. So, well, I don't think it's that hard to see personally. But this here, well, here's the tail feathers just so you guys can see it also. Because they're a little more enhanced than they are on the business strike. And like I say, you know, I'm going to just show it real quick again. The A definitely, the leaf comes down and touches the A there as one. So that's what really makes it. I don't know. Let's see here. Here's a phone. Hey, Ken, how many times do you go after these here? How you like that, guys? Now, what you actually are looking for here is the double beak on the Washington quarter. This is a nice Oncoin, so it's kind of hard. It's going to glare a little bit. I'm just showing this off because it happened to be in my the same box as my discoveries. I did not discover this; someone else did. I just took and I just happened to have it in here. This is one of my early discoveries that I'd gotten. I'm trying to see if there's any other doubling to pick up on this because I thought there was. Because I don't recall picking it up strictly on the beak, but maybe I did. I thought I had doubling. Yeah, there was very minor doubling on some of the other things. Very minor, maybe not. The beak is what you want to look at, though. This, let's see, do I need to open my 63? No, do not, Mark O'Connor, do not open a proof set. That's not what this is going to be on. However, you know what? You can look on a proof set, and if you see that, that would be just as scarce as the one I just showed. So that maybe that's not a bad idea. I've looked at a lot of proof sets. Most of mine have B reverses, not the B1, but a B. But that was on, if you've seen the obverse of that, Mark, well, here, I can show you the obverse, guys. By the way, that last one was a 1950 Washington quarter. Here's the obverse of it. This is just a business strike, 1963. And, you know, really, the only way to tell, I'm trying to see if I can try and show you here. I mean, just the surface, the fields, you can see it's not that nice polish finish. It's got dye deterioration. So this is not a proof. This is a business strike coin. Not a double die either, what a bummer. So, there you go. That's what it is. Let's see here. What's this here? Just for the giggles and grins since I got it out. And I got this out. You can't. This one might not be one we can see too good. And yeah, I know I got it slid sideways. I'm trying to move it around. Sometimes I have to move it around to where you can see it. You can't see it too well, but this is one of them minor ones. There's doubling. It's an RPM down here, but it's not that good. I found it while I was searching for the D over horizontal D. Let's see if this one's any better. This is another RPM from a dime. Boy, these are ugly. Hard to see. Yeah, that's got a scratch. Let's see here. Well, I wouldn't bust them open even either. I mean, yeah, don't take it out. When someone says they're busting open a 63 proof set, I'm assuming they're just opening an envelope. Now, I say I'm assuming, so maybe I'm making a mistake. I got a scratch right there. You can't see the RPM on this that well. It's over here. Let's see here. What's this other one? 60D Discovery. This is a dime. I don't know. Oh, this one's got machining on it also, it says. Yeah, it's machine doubling. I ain't even going to go there because it just gets confusing. This is a Discovery WRPM 147. I ain't going to show it. I know it's there. I don't know if it would show up or not. See if it does. I don't think I can get it to show. I'll try. Because this is one of those ghost D's. I don't think I'll be able to get it for us. Let's see here. I sold one of these to Brian Allen. I'm going to leave it right here. You can't see it that well. You can't get it. I mean, Wiles got it real good. I don't even think that would work because I'd get out of focus again. But right through here, this reminds you of the 69 RPM 1 dime. Right here is the backside of the D, and you can see here where it starts coming over. But this D comes over around, and it finishes up just here. But that's where it goes at. Like I say, and that's, I'll try, can need to lift this up a little bit, get this out of focus of hair. I'll try and tilt it, and yeah, see, can't even tilt, and it's going to give us a, yeah, I'd have to be able to tilt it and keep it focused at the same time, Ken. If we had cameras that would automatically focus in, you know, in large, or in a scope setting, that would be okay. But and I'm trying to yeah. See, I can't. I think what I gave you, yeah, the glare's killing us. I think what I gave you at the beginning there was about the best I can give you, Ken. So yeah, because it's hard to see through a scope and all that. Ken, did you see that beautiful 1872 repunch date that my wife found at the coin show during cleanup? Say no, I'll show it to you. No, if you have seen it, that's cool. It's also a repunch date. I have to come down. Oh, okay. Not a bad find. Give her a nice little extra bonus money for the show. Have no idea. Heck, I don't even know. Well, you know how on concrete, you know how, yeah. Well, yeah, I've been saying I want to go over to visit Lemonhead and go search his. I know he's got a Trime on his under his desk, and then he lost something. I think it was last week. Now it could have been the week before because, like I say, I've been doing the show. But whatever it was a nice coin too. And they think like I can't find it, but yeah, it's probably sitting right next to that Trime. That might have been Blues. You're gonna have to take. You're gonna have to tell me where you dropped it. But what I was about to say is, good luck figuring that out. Let's see. Just went looking for a secret Washington. Okay. 24D. There you go, Ken. I do take tips in the form of cash. I mean, you'd never found it before. Let's see, I have a question about 60D penny. How did the small date get stamped over the large date on the proof? That would be easy. That was just a hubbing process. Back in the 1960s, they didn't have, like today, they did not have the one squeeze process. So what they did is they took the master hub to put in a working hub. They squeezed it. After they squeezed it the first time, they just took it, threw it into the annealing furnace, heat the metal back up because they couldn't squeeze all the image at one time. Well, apparently the first and or second, I mean, because I know it goes both ways. You got a small over large and a large over small. So, depending upon which one you're talking about. One was used first, and I think what it is they had small and large going at the same time, and they got them confused. Maybe somebody had dyslexic. I don't know. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. However, the second hubbing would have gotten the opposite of the first hubbing. First hubbing was a large, then the second would have been a small. Or if the first was a small, then the second was a large. Because like I say, they have them in both. So again, back then in the 60s, they had to squeeze the hubs a minimum of 2 times. Some of them went through 3 hubbings, especially the larger denominations like the half dollars and so on. So there's your answer. And actually, you can get triple dies on a penny. I have some. So again, that's your answer. I would love to sweep your floor, Ken. Oh, Beth, you know what? You better get a bulldozer if you're going to sweep my floors. And I know it's not code for anything. Let's see. Well, Beth, it went from not being a code to where I have a feeling Ken is coding it to you now. Okay, guys. Let's see. Where's my Lincoln? Get on him. We ain't doing that kind of talking in this room. Let's see. Yeah, you can bring a blower and you ain't gonna get nothing. My wife keeps my floors real clean, but that's all I'm gonna say about that. So, Ken, how was your show tonight? Sorry I took it. And I was paying attention and all, but then I had to do like you and just start listening for a while because I was doing a few other things. Actually, I was subscribing to some of the other people that was on your channel, trying to take and help them boost them up. Okay, guys, it's getting at 11. Beth, I will take, and tomorrow I'm busy all day tomorrow. Tuesday, Beth, if you're interested, I would say Tuesday I may have some time in the morning. I'm not going to promise you, but I might. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I seen the package. I left before. Well, I left right after the trivial test. I thought it was great. Yeah, you're right. You know, that's this show. Like I was telling everybody, we had actually a good show down there. I never even thought of the fourth. I wonder if that affected our sales. Because some people, some of the dealers said they had a bad show. I had a good show, in my opinion. Beth, I'd be happy with any of Ken Peavy's. Well, I put it to you this way: all of Ken Peavy's packages he sends out for those shows are awesome. I'll say that much. I'm not certain I need more though right now. I got to take and I got to first. Ken, you need to buy some double dies or RPMs. I can wholesale them to you. I got 72 double dies in there, 46 RPMs in there, 70 small days. Anybody need a 70 small day? Oh, Ken Peavy, I love it that you're here. Let me find it, because there's one here. And Ken, I've got to take and, well, I'll explain it later. Let me see if I got it in here. I know I do. I just got to locate it. I think I do. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, don't tell me I... Oh, that might be sitting somewhere else. Daggone it, because I had it out. I've gotten a, and I'm going to have to locate it, Ken, but I've gotten a 1970 small date. I don't know if you'll get who I'm talking about, but one of you, well, you know the person, so maybe I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to talk bad about the person. I did buy, let's see if we can see this, because I don't know if this will show up. 1970 small date double die obverse. See if we can see it. This is through the cellophane. I'm not taking it out of the cellophane, and it's just going to be the fat letters, because that's what it is. Let's see here. But see, you can see it's a small date. And I mean, the doubling don't take in, oh, I don't know if you do or not. Well, there's an authoritative on Lincoln Pennies, or supposed authoritative, and that person just got a lot of high grade stuff, and they graded this one. Now here you can see a little bit of the bar here for the doubling on it. You also have some extra thickness going this way too, I believe, but I'm not certain. The T shows it some. But like I say, this in here is not enough to where I don't think it adds much of a premium to it. But I will say this, I will take and I'll be selling that at a show after I get done. But that person overgraded a coin, in my opinion, by 2 points. And I'm like, wow. Let me ask you a question, Ken. You tell me. I thought, now I know that it's not, I thought with a Lincoln Cent, especially a 70, something that new, I thought I thought to make a 60, or yeah, to make an MS65, I thought they had to be red. Just my understanding. I could be mistaken, so I'm asking you to just get your opinion on it. And that's another thing. I know different companies. You're down there by that NGC. I'm certain you've done a lot of work on that. The extra thickness blues, in time, it took me years to get used to it myself. I probably was collecting varieties. Do they can? Okay, that's good enough for me. Well, still, I guarantee you the coin, if I can remember where I set it, it's got too many marks to ever be a 5. If well, yeah, if you've seen it, I think you would concur with the grade. Yeah, you do a grade show. That's good. That's really good, and I mean that. because then I can take and we'll review that one of these days. Got me a few of the 19. Let's see here. Shit, I lost track of what I was thinking about. I'm sorry, guys. Well, I'll get that coin to get you pictures of it and let you see what you think. Yeah, Ken, but I'm talking. This person was not a new collector. This person is a seasoned collector, and I'm not going to go any further into that. But the small date had a weak strike. Oh, I haven't really never studied it that hard, JC, to be honest with you. But looking at the B on that one I just showed you, I tend to agree with you. And the RTY Liberty is pretty damn weak. I mean, it makes sense, everything you're saying. So I tend to agree with that. But blues, yeah, you'll learn that. Like I was about to say, it's taken me about 5 years. Reptile Collector, hello, how you doing? Thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. That's cool. I'm gonna take it. By the way, guys, yeah, one of these days here, after I get enough people for a auction, I'd like to sell some. I'd like to start selling here in YouTube. So just because I'd like to free myself on other things. 2 cents. What, you know, just give us your 2 cents there, Reptile, but you like 2-cent coins. Let's see here. Oh, okay, yeah, I read that. Cool. Let me see if I can get that 1 cent. Ken? I did find it, Ken. Okay, Ken, I did find it. Those 2 cents are few and far between. Most were melted down in 1873. Okay, I'm even taking this out of the holder that it was in, and it'll never be back in that holder again. That way nobody will ever know truly who's the one who graded it. And like I say, I'm not going to really. But Ken Peavy. This is going to be, well, let's see if I can't take it. I want to try and throw you away from it. But the one thing that got me bothered, okay, this is supposed to be a 65 coin. Now, you know, let me see, I want to pull back as far as I can, just so that we can look at it with more of an accurate. I want this to be, there we go. Now, like I say, it's supposed to be a 65 coin. And I'll give you my reasoning. I mean, it's a nice strike. But right here in the eye, there's 3 hits. You've gotten some hits up here. There's a hit over here. I mean, this cheek looks like Lincoln got into a fight. I mean, even his nose looks like he got into a fight and he lost. I mean, that's just my opinion. Ears a little smashed up there. Come down through here some. And I know you may not see it on this here. Oh, yeah, you do. You got 3 strong hits here. And you can see other hits across the collar and stuff. So, Ken Peavy, do you give that a Mint State 65? Now, I can turn it over if you'd like. The rim, lots of nicks here. And I mean, this here, I've got it pretty far back. I mean, you know, if you're using a 10X, you'd probably see it like this. Maybe not quite as much. This, okay, Donna, this here is a 1970 small date, Lincoln Penny. Well, Ken, if you say a 63, you concur with me and 3 other dealers. Me and Jay Painter went around, and because as soon as he told me what the other person graded it at, I said bullshit. Well, excuse me. I said bull crap. And I told him, I said, listen, I said, let me take, I said, I'm going to take this to other dealers and I'm going to get their opinion. Oops, sorry, here. Yeah, I mean, but I took and you gave it the exact grade I did, Ken. And actually, I took in the person, I got a little bit of uh, just say hard feelings with that person. And I initially wrote down on it a 62, but I told the person, I said, I was thinking 63 and I was just being extremely critical. And I said 62. So, but my honest to God's grade would have been a 63. So you took, Ken, you're on the money with me and 3 other dealers. You might be right. JC, you said 64 tops. There was one dealer that gave it a 64. So JC, you're not out of the picture. Yeah, Ken, I know, but like I said, I was picking. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was picking on the person because I guess I got a little bit of a resentment against that person, but I admitted it and I said it straight up. And I knew that affected my grading because I told him the truth. It's like I wrote down 62, but I really thought it was a 3. Uh, I was trying to be too critical, and I agree with you. It's not a 62. It really isn't. I make a bad liar. I can never hold to it. As far as if I tell you a lie, I've got to tell you the truth before the day's up. That's just me. However, yeah, I concur. JC, I would suggest it's a 63 if I took and sent it to PCGS, NGC, and or ANAX. I think, well, ANAX I might get a 64. I mean, just my thought. NGC and PCGS, I think I'm going to take and only get a 63. Garfield Heights, how you doing, bud? Good, long time no see. We're just sitting here. I got through with the Bitcoin show here in Cincinnati, and I got online just for a little bit to just taking BS with everybody. JC, I think the hits above the eye and the nose and the chin. Like I said, I think it looked like Lincoln got into a bad fight and he lost. That's just my opinion. Those are the ones I like to buy from, Ken. In fact, there's a few new dealers that I absolutely go in and I love buying from them because they have a hard time telling the difference about like you from a G to a BU. I don't think they're that bad, but I promise you one thing, they have a hard time with a AU55 to a MS63. I've done the same. Well, it's not stolen. If you agree on a price, it's not stolen. I at first started that and thought that, and I had a hard time with it, but Beth, I can't wait to get. Oh, wait, Beth, just wait till you see this other. Oh, by the way, Ken, we went through this other book last night. Another book of foreign coins came in, or yeah, foreign bills came in. There's about 250 of them. I don't think the guy's military, but I could be very much wrong. You might see the military. You know more about that stuff than me. But there's a lot of new stuff, and it's got the Devil's Bill. Anybody want to see the Canadian Devil Bill? It'd take me a second to get it, but I can if you'd like to see it. There's one in this collection that this friend of mine, Brad, brought over last night. He wants me to sell them for him, so. Yeah, the Canadian can, the one on where Elizabeth took in. She looked pretty wicked. Give me a second. Let's see. I gotta change my camera here so I can get it for you. Let's see. Oh man, where's Cindy Licious? Oh wait a minute. Oops, wrong camera. Let's see. Where's Cindy? I wanted to show Cindy some stuff I got. Don't hurt me. Oh no, Blues. I won't take my time. I promise you. But let me get this for you. I happen to know about where it's at. Some lighting's gonna move here, guys, because I have my light setting on the yeah. on the thing it was, that folder it was on. Let's see here. Give me a second, everybody. Aha, found it. Let's see, that won't work. Oh, yeah, it will. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you these got plastic on them, so I ain't worried about touching them. This is a normal one. Let me see if I got it. Let's see here. Okay, that's the normal Canadian, guys. Now, where you don't want to focus on is right in here, on the hair, right above the pen there, right where the ear is, going up. That's the normal bill for the $1 Canadian. Now here, I'll put it side by side. Hopefully, you'll be able to see them together. And if you look, it looks like right here the two eyes and the nose of a demon is what they say. Yeah, I think you can see it pretty good. Let's see here. There. Right in through here, that's supposed to be an eye. That's an eye. It's supposed to be the nose here. This is supposed to be the demon, though. Is that a key ring, Robert? Yes, it is. And yes, Cindy did get a Morden on a chain. I've got a bunch of. I just got those 3 you just seen. I can pull it up. Hold on a second. Ugh. Let me. I have to take and disappear that one. Let's see if I can keep it down below, but let me lift it all up a little bit and get this out of the way. Let's see, did I go too far? No. There. That better? Can you see her now? You can't see it, Beth? Man, right in through here, the demon jumps out. You can see, you should be able to see the difference in the hair from that one to that one. This is the normal. This is the one that's supposed to have the demon. Can you see it now, Beth, or are you still having a problem? As soon as I seen it, I knew exactly what it was. I said, wait a minute, that looks like the demon. Yeah, I don't know if this will help or hurt. Let's see here. Let me see if I can do this without shadowing it out on you. Let's see here. I don't know if that does any good or not. If I, like in person, I can crop it a little bit with my fingers. Let's see here. Yeah, it don't show through sorry guys, it don't show through the camera too good, but it's the back part of that. Oh, you can see it better, Beth? Okay. Yeah, if you've seen it in hand, it jumps right out at you. I think they do construe that as the horn ant. That's one that I remember when I was young, they were really, really big time. Yeah, in fact, Beth, some of the collectors had noticed that it looked like they called it a devil. In fact, if you go and look online, you'll see 666 Canadian bill. That's how a lot of people were promoting it. But when the collectors had pointed that out, it wasn't too long till the Queen took and said, yeah, I think we need to change that. And they got changing on that thing really, really good. Yeah, it is a nasty looking little fellow. And I don't know that I'd ever paid no attention to it until somebody had actually brought it up. But I thought it was pretty cool. Now that's in that friends of mine, Brad's. That's his bills. And he told me, he says, I want you to sell them. He says, I'll make certain that you get your money. I said, you kidding me? I said, I got the bills. I guarantee you I'm going to get my money. Oh, Ken, I'll bet you if you had a 666 in that serial number, I'll bet you could take and I'll bet you could. Oh boy, I'd hate to see what that price would be because just certain people. Yeah, I could just. I mean, I don't know if I'd like to have that bill, even though I don't believe in the 666. Well, I mean, I do and I don't. Well, I don't. I take that back. I don't believe in the 666 stuff and the devil and all that happy horse shit. I just don't believe it. But let's see. I don't know, JC, that I would say he's smiling. He doesn't look too happy to me. Now, that's just my opinion, but again, I can tell you right now, when I looked at it on the video here, I was able to look at it. It ain't quite as, it's not as pronounced as it is looking at it in your hand and saying, oh, wow. It really, I mean, I'd seen it on pictures and people did a good job cropping it, for advertisement. But I'll be honest with you, when I seen that stupid thing in person, it's like this really jumps out at you. Like I said, I hadn't seen the normal one, and that was the first thing I said. It's like, man, that looks like the devil in the hair, and or the portraits of the devils as I've seen. And we took it. It just so happens the next page was a normal one, and I put them together, and it's like, yeah, I'm right. But like again, I was young and I remember seeing it, and I sort of kind of wanted one back then. Now that I've got one, I don't know, and I don't really care for it. I mean, it's interesting because it is a variety. Getting in with all of you people in the coin community, there's people that like bills, people like tokens, people like metals, foreign coins, just the regular coins in series. I've actually learned a lot the last couple of years to appreciate more of what you guys like. And I see what you guys enjoy, and I can understand it a little more. Or at least that's just my opinion of it. As Ken Peavy does, just having fun, and you know what, as long as you're having fun. Now, I must have told 100 people this weekend, you know what, if you're having fun, that's all you need to worry about. Because I heard people complaining, oh, this person told me this person told me that, so are you having fun? Well, I'd like doing this, not that. And it's like, well, then do what you enjoy. Don't worry about what other people are saying. I almost do, Ken. Almost everything. I don't like mean people. I don't like snobs. I don't like, yeah, I think those two people I tend to not like. Well, see, I'm not going to say a quote that I heard this weekend, and it was from a friend of mine, but only because it's in one of the interviews. I'd rather it be an original from him. So, okay, let's see here. With the big show, I get to look at all. Yeah. See, and Ken, that's what, with me, I work for a coin shop. And with that coin shop, I get a lot of consignment stuff. That's why you guys will see there won't be too much of anything that if you want it, I will have it. But I cannot be giving them away like you can. I don't know. I looked at your stuff and I thought, you know what, I could probably devise it if I could get the donations like you do and just pass them out that way. But I thought about just selling them straight up, seeing if anybody wants, more or less like what Lemon does. But he sells me, or he gives me the stuff that he wants me to consign because they're I want to say their shops or designed more for the collectors of series, collectibles, not so much your tokens, your bills. I mean, they have bills, but the bills they have are, I'll put it to you this way, it would take in, Beth, I know better than that. You're just a sweetheart, so don't try and bullshit me, Beth. I'm a pretty good read of character, too. However, I was going to say the coin shop that I work with, they have upper scale stuff, I guess is the best way to put it. They don't deal with too much stuff that, I mean, I could put it up and I could take it and sell it, but I'd have to have a clientele that would be willing to buy. I mean, some of their coins they have are literally in the tens of thousands of dollars. More expensive than I can afford, I'll put it to you that way. I'd love to sell them. I think my most valuable coin is about $4,000 or $5,000. But these guys, I mean, that's their low grade stuff. Oh, Beth, I like that comment, though. I'll bet you ain't got a mean hair on your body. I mean, I just don't believe that one bit. I mean, you take and I said I don't believe that bullshit. I bet your ears probably started bleeding just a little bit when I said that. I think shoot is about as hard of a word as you get. Let's see. Ken, you know what? I've seen that. And you know, I hate to really go against anybody, and I already know what you say. But if you only knew, I thought about doing that. In fact, I just wholesaled out, I think it was 7 pennies that were stuff I find in bags. I can get some really nice stuff in bags. Well, here, I'll tell you what, I can possibly show you one. I just seen it. Where did I set that? It was a 1912. And this 1912 is probably every bit of an XF. However, I just sold a 16 that was probably a Mint State 63 brown. Actually, 16, 17, 18, 19, yada, 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 yada. I mean, just so many varieties or years of the early teens and such up into everything before 30, but they were all very high AU, or they were unk, but they were brown unks. There was no red unks that he bought. Maybe he might have bought a 30 unk. Beth has a working farm owner can be mean when they have to be to get to work. Well, now you know what, Blues. That's another thing with my life. I can take and I can be right there. I understand Beth, and you know, I think I had a friend. He had a working farm. I worked for him when I was younger, and there was a slaughterhouse on that farm. And I worked the farm and the slaughterhouse in order to make money. And his mom, his dad, very, very, they were Baptists. And oh my goodness, I literally never heard the father or the mother say a cuss word. And actually, I never heard him say a cuss word. And here I am, a young kid, and I got a potty mouth. The one I was on was a self-sufficient. I think it had about 2 to 500 acres, Beth. I'm not certain what, but they took and that's cool though, Beth. Hey, farming's a young man's. My daughter and her future husband, they're getting ready to get married. They're talking about getting a farm. I said, you better get it before you get too much older. I said, because I'll tell you what, it's hard work, and until you take it, until you've done it for a while and get used to it, it'll take and it'll wear you out quick. Ken Peavy, that's my problem. Remember, 2 years ago, I was still on the job. In fact, I do every now and then a construction job. And yeah, when I got a hard hat on, it's like, you know, I think the pressure on the hard hat, I'm going to use that. That does something to my brain. And those 4 letter words, 5 letters, some pretty complicated ones, spew right out. Just got a 1/10 maple for $80. That's a good deal, Steve. A very good deal. Yeah, Beth, that farm works hard. And you know what, Beth? Was he a farm worker? And I would guess he was. My grandfather, he took and he was 89 when he passed. Had his wits about him. He had colon cancer. They gave him 6 months to live, and he ended up living an additional 6 years. And he got it when he was in his 80s. So, if that tells you any kind of the stamina that them old boys had, I'd say it did. 1999. I'm assuming that's a 1999 1/10 maple leaf. They are pretty. Ooh, I know one I've got that would. Hey, I'll show you guys something. Hey, Flora, would you do me a favor? Can you grab me my Cougar Ant, the one that one that we got, please? Now this is just a Cougar Ant, guys, and a lot of people seen it. Yes, thank you. So we'll do that. Don't tell me someone bought it or we put it somewhere else. I thought it was in there. Oh boy.
It was on the box.
Okay, never mind. I ain't gonna show it to you. Darn it.
It was on the green box.
That's okay. My grandmother, she was a Native American by blood. I mean, she was like second generation or third. I don't know. But she had a lot of Indian in her. She was a sickly woman though, and she passed away when she was, I think, 60 something. My mother is, let's see, she'll be 78 this year. So I've got a very good friend. Her grandfather is 104, and he took him, believe it or not, he built his own car. They had him on the had him as one of the last World War II survivors, and they had a special on him in the news in this area, and they were showing some of his cars that he literally by hand built from the ground up. I mean, every bit of it. And they were asking him questions and saying, like automation. And he's like, no, I took the hammer and I took and beat it out. I mean, he did body work where he beat the body work in custom himself. It's Channel 19, I believe, Cincinnati, Ohio. I want to say it was 6 months to a year ago. If you get around to looking at it, his name is Bishop. Bishop. Bishop is his last name. I can't remember his first name right now because I always call him Grandpa. Me and him met a few times. Wonderful guy. Wonderful. He's really into, I mean, he plays music all the time, so great and wonderful guy. Yeah, Beth, there's a few people out there that are really, really neat. Okay, Lincoln, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you stopping in and giving the hand. I really do. And thank you for your help. Yeah, I need to work on that. I think I'm going to have to take and adjust some things. But thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not going to be up much longer. Steve, that is my father's side of the family. Same thing. Now, Beth, that's the person I am. I jerry rig everything. I mean, I'll take and I have a hard time throwing anything away. Now I do, and it's like once a year I'll keep stuff for the whole year. Once a year I do a purge, and it's like, well, I ain't used this in a year, throw it away. And then the next week I go buy another one because I need it. And I'll bet Ken Potter or Ken Peavy can attest to something like that. Anybody who works with their hands, it seems like that's the way it is. Yes, he is. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep him on as that, so. Because I've watched him at other ones, and that's what I've been paying attention to. I'm watching other, because, you need somebody that's going to, you get busy sometimes and you don't see what's happening in the chat. Beth, that's me. That's absolutely. In fact, I tried to take and fix my tripod. My camera's still on it, but when I tried to fix it, I actually over fixed it. Steve, you know what? If I ever find an upgrade, I might sell it to you, but for now, that's a good one, or that one's going to be mine. But I took in my tripod, Beth. I tried fixing it, and I ended up over fixing it, and because I needed it, the stand adjusters were too loose, and it kept wanting to not stay in place. Well, I ended up putting a shim in it that was too big, and when I tightened it down, it's like, oh, good, this is strong, and it was also Chinese, and it broke, or Japanese steel, and it broke. Let's see, I get coins on my shows. There is no keeping up with chat. Exactly, Ken. You're right. I know that too, because I'll start looking. I mean, what you say you have, Ken, I would like to take one of these days, me and you are going to do a private chat and do somehow we're going to have to do one of these one-upsmanships. That would be fun. Have a select few. I think one day I was on my channel here and somebody was asking about a roll of pennies, and I brought out one of my boxes that's got pennies back into well, they started in 1909. I don't know if you'd lose or not, Ken, because the truth of it is, you'd only see my cheap stuff. All my good stuff, I have no access to at my place of residence. I've got it in a safe that is about 50 miles away from me. I don't keep it in my residence. And the person's house that it's at, they don't collect. If you went to the house, you'd never suspect it. I mean, no nothing. So I figured what better place to keep it, and it's hidden. Remember, I was in construction. I can hide quite a bit of stuff. But if they find it, then penny pincher. Well, first off, welcome. I used to have 3 safes in my house, my own personal home. Never worried about anybody ever robbing it because 2 things. One, I've said many, many times, the safe that I've got that I store my good stuff in, and don't get me wrong, it's not that it's real massive. It's only like, I think, 3 foot by 3 foot by 4 foot. However, when it's full, I said if somebody picks that sucker up to steal it, I will hold the door open for them. Look at the coins I put. Not certain I'm following you there, Blues. I understand a little bit, but I'm not certain. I was telling somebody, I think it might have, I don't know who it was. I look at a penny, if I look more than 5 seconds, I literally take it. If I look more than 5 seconds on a coin, I'll set it off to the side, go through, look through more. I mean, because if I'm looking at it for 5 seconds, I think I see something. I'll put it off to the side, and I'll just go ahead and finish looking at coins. 2 reasons. Usually, I'm looking at uncirculated rolls, so I'll see if in that roll if there's another example. And then if I see the same thing, I'll stick them in the pile. And after I'm done with the rolls, I'll take and go back through, and I'll start turning it, twisting it, and everything, trying to get a better angle to see. And that's how I've taken, and that's how I've actually discovered a few things. If there's something there, Stephen, yes. And I tell people, if it's not right, it's got to be wrong. Now, but I know the difference from a dyed chip. I know the difference from a well-placed hit. And, that all comes with experience. I tell a lot of people, some of the stuff that I see, a lot of what I see is what I tell people. And they ask, well, how do you know it can't be? It's got to be done. No, it's not done at the mint. I know. Yeah, Ken, I'm going to get off here. I agree. It's getting late. I'm shocked that we still have Beth Cottingham in here. I mean, her being on the farm and stuff, I thought the chickens done been to bed, and I figured she was right there behind them. Oh, Blue, I don't know how many times I've done that. Ken Peavy, thank you very much, sir, for stopping by. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your help earlier. You have a nice evening, sir. Great show tonight. I enjoyed myself for a few minutes. I got in a little late, but I got to watch for about a half an hour. However, it was a good show. Thank you for all you do in the hobby. I really mean that. I appreciate it. Good night, my friend. Uh, yeah, yeah, you're right. It does. I'm answering you, Ken. I'm sorry. I just read it. But, yeah, it's just like a job. It really is. And, that's why I enjoy listening to you because I've heard so many little coin people out there and they make bad mistakes. And the truth be told, Ken, I can tell you know what you're talking about, and I respect that. Stephen, good night to you as well. Ken, good night to you, sir. Yeah, it's getting near my bedtime. It's actually past my bedtime. But you know what? Sad part is I slept in today because, like I say, Dustin never left till 4 in the morning because we was up last night till 4 a.m. or 5, something like that. And I took in. I'm trying to wind down. Ken, I've made more mistakes than I care to admit to, but well, I don't even. Well, you know what? That's true though. I've learned not to mention them as well. However, you know what? The mistakes I've made, I've learned from because I haven't been. And I know you're gonna know this, Ken. I'm not stuck on. Oh yes, I am right. This is no. Okay, whatever. I won't discuss. I won't argue with people. Usually, if somebody points out possibly a boo boo, let's say that you make, Ken, you're willing to listen, and if it can be proven, you're not going to sit there and argue till hell freezes over that you're right and the person that might have a little bit of knowledge that's either equal to or more than you're not going to argue with them. And I see that in some of these young people. I'm not suggesting you have no experience. Like I said, I respect a lot of your knowledge. I know you're very good at what you do, and I know you've enjoyed this for a long time. Just like me. I mean, heck, I've had fun with this so many years that I've had so much fun, I'll tell you what. I've truly been blessed. I enjoy it that much. Night, Penny. I missed you. I'm sorry. Good night, Penny. If you're going to bed, I don't know if you're going to bed or if you're saying good night to everybody else. I've been confused on that before. I'm gonna take the latest I'm gonna be on is 12:30, and then I'm gonna cut it off at 12:30 at the latest. Well, and you know what though, Penny, the important thing is if you accepted his opinion and or suggestions, whatever it might have been. I don't know if it's a suggestion, opinion, or if he just taught you downright. Because I love some of his visuals. Um, a lot of times, I don't have the visuals, and I just have to tell people from my experience. And the sad part is, some people think they know more than me, and there are people that know more than me. I don't mean it that way. It's just there's certain things I know significant amount about, and I take and I try to explain it, but oh well. I see, I do live stream coins, and I don't consider myself a coin guru. It's for the fun and to get folks into the hobby. I have a long way to go. Know as much as you are. I have a long way to go to know as much as you guys. Rob, you know what? Um, the one thing I did is like I'm talking about Ken Peavy. I respect Ken. I mean, I've heard a couple things from Ken that I've learned from him. I mean, me personally. And I think I have close to as many years as he does, but I'm certain there's a few things I might be able to take and teach him because, me and Ken both know in this hobby, if you get one person that says, well, I know everything about the hobby, run. Because I promise you, they're lying to you right there, and you want to just get away from them. I just got through talking to people that take in the whole weekend. I've been blessed to be around some of the people that write the books, literally. And you know what? I've had those same people come up to me, hey, Robert, what do you think about this? And they're asking for my opinion because they're open to learn. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to be open and willing to learn. Blues, I've learned from Ken's videos. I mean, a lot of it is just a refresher, to be honest with you. But, actually, I say I've learned, but it's because I'm learning the concept of how he's doing it. And that's why I'm not going to repeat it because I like what he's doing. I think he's got a unique way of showing people. I love his Play-Doh. I mean, I think that's just an absolutely wonderful ideal. And I know he's got some other things that he's working on. I love him. I really do. And that's why I tell a lot of people, go to Ken Peavy's if you want to learn about it. He's got the visuals, and I like that. Oh, okay, Penny, you're in Central. Blue says he's in Oklahoma, so you all got a couple hours on me. Rob, you're absolutely correct. I totally concur with you. Well, thank you for the compliment, Rob. I appreciate it. I only have, like I said, I don't do the visuals much. I mean, I can take and throw them under a scope, but that's neither here nor there. I just enjoy talking about them, to be honest with you. I think Dustin got a little jealous when we were interviewing Larry Briggs because me and Larry was talking, but me and Larry been friends for over 30 years, so. Let's see here. People that know. JC, I just seen what you said. The people that know everything are the ones that want to sell you a bridge too. You're right. And you know, I tell people I can give you my opinion on things I don't know. I mean, because sometimes it's just what I call common sense, which don't seem to be so common anymore. But but I'm not as you're suggesting, and I understand your philosophy there. The um the bridge. Let's see here. Man, I can't make sense of my life. Blues, I've done that before too. Robert, you found the 1944 DDO, right? I think it's number 22. It's the one that looks like the 34 double dial version where there's full separation. This one here, the second 9 is over into the first 4 to the right, or to the east would be the proper way to or the proper terminology. In fact, that coin, oh boy, where did I set that stupid coin at now that I think about it? Because I was showing that off. God, I hope I didn't lose that. That's got to be sitting somewhere. I was showing that off to, oh, it's in my case. I know where it's at. I shown that off to Larry Briggs, Larry Briggs. Well, thank you, Penny. I appreciate it. Guys, you almost make me blush whenever you give me compliments. I really appreciate them. I mean, I really do. I don't want to underestimate or undertone that. I really appreciate it. I get compliments a lot, and I'm like some of the other people in the hobby. You get to a point where I want the other people to have fun. I want them to come up and I would tell anybody everything I know. If you have the time and you want to sit there, I'll sit there and drink a few pots of coffee and tell you everything I know. I don't mind. I want everyone to learn. The more you guys learn, the better this hobby's going to be. I promise you that. And I spend, at least a minimum of about 1 hour every day answering emails, and some of them are like, your road rage coin is never going to take, and it's never going to be a valuable coin. I'm sorry. You're right, Penny, and that's what I try to do. I want to give people what knowledge I know. I mean, the I took, and I've told the story before. I'll say it again. I took and Eric Newcomb, research him. This man has been around. He passed away when he was 100 and something. He took, and I was a young pup in my 20s at an ANA show, and I seen him, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Eric Newcomb. I mean, he just sold his collection for somewhere around $20 million, but he sat there and talked to me for an hour, teaching me so much stuff about things that it's like, oh my gosh, this man is giving me the time of day and sitting here talking to me. We laughed, we had fun. And he really inspired me to be that way, to where I enjoy talking about it, and I enjoy giving anything I can to help anybody else out. Let's see here. JC, sometimes I think I talk about it because I don't want to forget. Thank you, Beth. And you know what, Beth, I wish I could get on everybody's stream, but there's so many. Me and Dustin were talking about it. We got something started here, and oh my gosh, now everybody's a professional. And I've been on a few websites, and I'm like, I just cringe, and it's like, I want to say something, but I don't like. The sad truth is I like to be in front of your face. If I've got something that I feel is negative, I want to be in front of your face. I don't like to say it behind the back. That's why when I was grading that coin, I never said who the person was. Let's see. Yes, I found one that's thinking it was a batch of coin, and about 2 months later, I saw a video. Just one of my mistakes. No. Yeah, and that's good, Rod. And you know, CoinOp, we've made a few videos that's had bad content. It was just a mistake, typo error, just a brain fart, if you want to call it that. And I've deleted one of our videos because of that, because somebody was making a big hussy about it, that they knew everything, and we were just dumb asses. I mean, sorry for the language, but that's exactly what they say. Um, and I took it and I was like, you know what? That's just not polite. Everyone makes a mistake, and if you don't make a mistake, I tell a lot of people, if you think you're so perfect, I'm sorry. I don't call you God, and I don't pray to you, so tough shit. Sorry, that's just my opinion, and I'm a little, yeah. Like me and Ken was talking, I'm put on my construction hat. Let's see, it's been very fun getting up. Let's see. Blues Coins, you have a. Hey, everybody have a happy 4th. I don't know if I'll be able to get back on here. I should be able to. I plan to. Hopefully, Dustin gets those other contents. But, Eric, yeah, everyone here, I hope you all have a safe and happy 4th. My daughter that's getting married, my future son-in-law, he is a pyrotechnic maniac, and I think they got about $2,000 worth of fireworks, and we are going to hold one heck of a fireworks display. So I'm gonna just sit back and watch, and when the cops come, I'm gonna go get a drink of coffee or something. Penny, yes, me and Ken both do. And you know, that's why I know Ken likes it, and I know his content's good, and that's why I visit him a lot more than some people. Some of the other coin people, I don't do as much. And I'm not saying that I'm picking and choosing, because I'll be honest, I don't even think I've had the time to go to everybody's, because one, it used to be Dustin doing it, and when he was doing it, I never went on to the other coin peoples because I was busy finding the coins to show you guys and for Dustin to put a video together. Now that I'm helping him with the videos, it's like, oh boy, that stuff's a job. And I mean, Beth knows about it. I mean, it's a job. Ken knows about it. Anybody who makes a video knows if you're putting content up and making a stage movie, basically, I tell people for every 15 minutes of content, you probably have 1 day minimum of work putting it together and getting it decent. I haven't gotten to that point yet. It's taken me a day, and I'm still putting out what I call BS. That's why I like to go live, because live is like, if I make a blooper, I don't care. Leave it. Let's see. That's how I thought this weekend with you. Oh. Heather, I have no problem doing that. I like teaching anybody. I don't care who it is, young, old. We had a young girl, Heather. I don't think she was there while you was there, but she's only 11, and I sat there. My wife, I mean, we love the young kids coming into our booth, and we give her a coin book so she can put her collection in, because she's got a nice collection, and it was a Dansko book, but it was just a loose leaf one that you could put a mixture of anything you wanted, and we happened to have one, so we just took and we gave her a book that we had that was extra, that a set had come in, coins got taken out, they got sold by themselves, and we just had the book. And you know, my wife, she's wonderful about that. She's into it, and anything she can teach, she will. She's still learning, but she still will teach. So let's see here. You know what, Beth, and that's okay. Beth says my stream is fun. You don't learn much. I don't know about that. But it is fun, and you know what? That's all that matters. Having a little bit of fun, you know. Taking and genuine, I think, would be a key, Beth. If you're genuine and you're having a good time, it's the same as in coins. Who gives a shit? If they don't like it, they don't have to. They can always, just like when we had TV, click the remote, move channels. I don't care. That's the way I look at it. Let's see. Well, Penny, I was telling people, and Jay Painter was there. I took, and I've got a bag here. There's 27 coins I bought from Jay. I took and I picked up this nice Air dollar coin. Oops, here. Sorry, it's in the plastic. The cover is bad, but it's a good bill. I took in from Harold, I got my block repeater. Oops. I got my block repeater from him, and then at the show I picked up another block repeater. And I used to never like bills, but let's see here. What the? Beth, you want to sleep, or is it? Oh heck yeah! We're about 2 minutes away from me going to bed, or not to bed, but I'm gonna get off of here because I got a few things I've got to do before the night's up. One, put away a few coins. Every time, that's another thing. My table can be clean, and I get ready to do a live show, and it's like all of a sudden it looks like Ken TV's desk. Maury, if you're going to bed, good night. Beth, if you're going to bed, good night. I can't tell because everyone's saying good night to everybody. I've enjoyed talking with you all again tonight. It's been fun. But I am going to cut it. I got 12:28 in the morning. Beth, that'll be fine with me. Tuesday sounds like a good time. I will take, and yeah, everybody, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to call it a night, at least on YouTube. It's been fun. Again, safe and happy 4th of July. And I will take, and I'll get back on live again someday this week. Take care, guys. Thanks for chatting with me tonight and wasting a little bit of my time. Well, I'm not wasting, but having a good time tonight. Happy hunting, all, okay? I'll see you later. Okay, let's see.